Good morning, everyone. Once again, we are starting with the chapter Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants. Come to the topic Embryo Development. Embryo develops at the micropylar end of the embryo sac because here is zygote situated. The embryo formation always starts after the certain amount of endosperm is formed. Why is it so? Because it will provide an assured means of nutrition to the embryo. Now come to the embryo development. We know zygote is formed by the fusion of one of the male gamete with the egg cell. It is diploid in nature. Now it will give rise to proembryo and subsequently to globular embryo, heart-shaped embryo and mature embryo. This is all given in the NCERT, but it is difficult to understand. That is why we'll do little in detail. The zygote will undergo transverse division. It is mitotic division only and two cells will form. The cell which is towards the micropylar end is known as basal cell, and the cell which is towards the chalaza end is known as terminal cell. Now we are starting with the further division of basal cell only. The basal cell will divide by transverse plane only by mitotic divisions once, twice and thrice, and will form a long suspensor. The lowermost cell will become large and is known as haustorial cell, which will absorb nourishment, while its upper cell will form hypophysis. The hypophysis undergo two vertical divisions and produce 8 cells, and which will give rise to root cap and root epidermis, and further they will produce root cortex. Then we'll come to the next stage, which is known as globular stage, where the upper part will come to the terminal cell. Terminal cell will divide vertically into 2 cells and then into 4 cells. Again divide by mitosis and 4 to 8 cells will form. But only in the 4th stage, only 4 cells are visible. Actually, you see, it is 3D structure and 4 cells are not visible. They are present on the back side of it. Then again they will undergo division, and this division will takes place in such a way that the cells are added towards the inside as well as the outside. So a mass of cell will form and it will change into a globular stage. Later on it is round mass and is globular stage. Then it will change into a heart-shaped embryo. Here the cotyledons are becoming and they are elongating or they are enlarging in size. Now come to the last stage, where you can see the haustorial cell. Then we are having the suspensor. At the base we are having root meristem. 2 cotyledons are there which are elongated lateral structures, and in the center we are having plumule or the shoot meristem. It is not required, suspensor and other divisions are not required. They are not given in the NCERT, but for your understanding you can do. Actually the embryo is present like this. When the cotyledons are elongated, they'll become inverted, and we can see the embryo in an inverted form in the anatropous ovule. But if it is orthotropous, then we can see the structure of stages in this way. Usually these diagrammatic representation or schematic representation comes in the exam for 5 marks, and only you have to draw these 5 diagrams. These are given in NCERT, so you are supposed to draw the diagram in this way, but these are given in the orthotropous. Orthotropous means it is not inverted ovule, it is in the straight ovule. Come to the next part, dicot, parts of dicot embryo. As I already described, see the mature embryo. It is having first part root cap, then it is having radicle. Next portion is hypocotyle. That is the part between the embryonal axis and radicle. Then we are having two elongated cotyledons, and in the center plumule is there. Then we are coming to the next part, structure and development of monocote embryo. The early developmental stages. In both the cases, monocote and dicote seeds are same. Monocotes are having a single cotyledon, scutellum, and plumule is present on the upper part, which is covered by the sheath-like structure known as coleoptile, while radicle is also covered by sheath-like structure and known as coleorhiza. Scutellum is not providing any nourishment, but it is taking the nourishment from the absorbing nourishment from the endosperm. Now come to the seed. It is the final product of sexual reproduction in plants. It is nothing but a fertilized ovule. It consists of seed coat, cotyledons, and embryo.